Okay, so this is an example video for kind of understanding linear relations in the context of word problems. So very similar to what you've probably already seen. You're probably thinking, I've already done this example, but it's asking us something slightly different. So I'm going to go ahead and read through the problem. Rob is looking to become a gym member, but cannot decide what membership best fits his needs. Below is a table of the following memberships that 24-hour fitness offers. So the fitness place offers 3 different memberships. It offers the basic, the premium, and the deluxe. So to be a basic member, the cost to join, so just to sign up for the membership is $35, and then each month to continue the membership, we're gonna have to pay $15. And the same is similar to the premium membership, except the cost to join here, just to sign up for the membership, is $40, and then to continue the membership is $15. And then the final membership, the deluxe, the cost to join is $50, and the monthly fee is $20. So maybe we're getting some additional perks with the deluxe because it's a little bit more expensive, right? So we've learned about these memberships before. But let's see what it's asking us now. So it says, assume that Rob only wants a gym membership for 3 months. So this is important because it's telling us to assume something, and it's telling us to assume that he wants the membership for 3 months. Help Rob make a decision by evaluating what the total cost would be for each membership. So there's a key word there, total cost. We want to figure out what the total cost will be for each membership. So what we have to try to figure out is, for 3 months, how much is it going to cost for the basic membership, the premium membership, and the deluxe membership. So let's just do some quick math, and then we'll talk about how this relates to the linear relations that we've learned. So some quick math. If I'm Rob, I want the basic membership. I'm going to have to pay $35 right off the bat. So I'm going to go in, walk in the door, they're going to charge me $35 just to get the membership. Now that I've got the membership, I'm in my first month, and I have to pay $15 because they say $15 a month. So I paid $15 my first month, I'm paying $15 my second month, and I'm paying $15 my third month. So how much money total have I had to spend to have the membership for these 3 months? Well, we know that 15 and 15 is 30, and 15 and 30 is 45. So we've had to pay $45 in monthly fees, plus the 35 just to sign up. So total we've had to pay $80. So it's going to cost us $80 for this basic membership. But I want to relate this to our linear relations because it's a way of kind of finding this answer way quicker. So if you think about what linear relations are, we've got y equals mx plus b, where b is our y value, or sorry, our y-intercept. And in the real world, it's not considered the y-intercept, it's considered the initial value. And then we've got the m, which is our slope, but in the real world, it's not considered slope, it's considered the average rate of change between 2 quantities, the average rate of change between 2 quantities. And what are those 2 quantities that are changing? Well, the 2 quantities that are changing in algebra are the y and the x, right? When you think about the graph, xy plane, and you think about a line, we've got change happening in our x, and we've got change happening in our y. Right, so it's comparing 2 quantities. Well, what are these 2 quantities? Well, this quantity is our dependent quantity, and this quantity is our independent. So this quantity kind of controls the change in this dependent quantity, right? And so in this example, what are our independent and dependent quantities? Well, we can go back to the table to kind of deduce this. So if you look at the table, we've got cost to join in dollars. So this only has to do with money. And then we've got this table here that says monthly fees. And we know that this monthly fees has 2 quantities. It's got some quantities that have to do with money and some quantities that have to do with time. So we've got time and we've got money here. Well, we know that our monthly fee is our average rate. So we can go ahead and replace that m with 15. We know that the cost to join only has to do with money, and it's just a one-time thing. It's a constant. Just like our initial value, our y-intercept is always a constant. So we know that we can replace this y-intercept with 35. So now what we have to figure out is, if our slope is rise over run, which variable is the dependent variable? Well, does the cost depend on the time, or does the time depend on the cost? Hopefully you said the cost depends on the time. How much I'm going to have to pay in total depends on how many months, right? So if I only go for 3 months, I pay 80. If I went for 4 months, I would pay 95. So the cost is dependent on the time. So our x value has to do with time, and our y value has to do with cost in this example. So instead of having to just kind of do this quick math, what I could have done is said, okay, 3 months, that's referring to time. Let me just take that time, put that time in for where our x value is, or the value that represents the time, and just simplify. So we get 15 times 3 plus 35. Well, 15 times 3 is 45, and 45 plus 35 equals 80. And that's the number that we got. So let's go ahead and just use this formula that we've kind of come up with to answer for the premium and for the deluxe. Well, for our premium and our deluxe, the initial value is 40, and the monthly fee, or our rate, is 15, and the time obviously is going to be 3. So let's go ahead and figure out what our total cost is. 15 times 3 is 45, plus 40 is 85. So for a premium membership, we're going to have to pay 85. For our basic, we're going to have to pay 80. And for our deluxe, let's go ahead and switch the color here. We're going to have to pay, let's see, y equals, here our deluxe is $50 to join, so our initial cost is 50, and then our rate is 20, and we want it for 3 months. So 3 times 20 is 60, plus 50, 60 plus 50 equals 110. So for our deluxe membership, we'd have to pay 110.